So I want to just give you a couple of tips on why I think retail is so important, okay? Because retail is really the cornerstone of the company. Don't think that you're just going to come into the company and recruit a zillion people and then everybody's going to get rich, okay? You can certainly recruit a lot of people and sell people $4,000 orders, and your people sell people $4,000 orders, and so on. And you may get some momentum going on for a short period of time, okay? And you get that false income going on. But if the whole group, if that's all they're doing and they're not selling the actual product to the customer, and someone's not eating it, and then coming back the next month and eating it, they're not all going to keep selling that $4,000 and rebuying it. And in the minute the recruiting slows down to any degree whatsoever, the thing's going to crash just like this. There's no reason why a check shouldn't go up every single month as long as the entire organization is selling the product at retail. So here's a couple of things that I believe very strong in retail, okay? And why you should do retail. Number one, I like to get my new distributors selling the products immediately, because this is where they can put their money in their pocket now. And that's very exciting, because most businesses, you can't start a business and put money in your pocket now. I mean, even if you were to start a little tiny beauty salon, okay, here in Korea, how much would it cost to open up just a little beauty salon? But say probably around 20,000 US, you convert that into wons, okay? And, you know, if you were to do that, the first thing is they've got to get a big sign on there. They've got to hire an accountant to set up their books. They've got to have employees. They've got to have inventory. They've got to do all this stuff that you don't have to do as an Herbalife distributor, right? And they're not putting that money in their pocket every day. When those first customers are coming in, they're paying for their overhead. When those customers keep coming in, they're paying for their inventory. When they keep doing it, they're paying for all the lawyer expenses for getting the company started. So this is like, for me, okay, I call Herbalife, it's the average person's best chance of starting their own business, because here you don't have to manage your inventory, you don't have to manage any employees, you don't have to do the books for everybody, okay, you don't have to do all the things you do in a normal business. All you got to do here, which is incredible, is use the products, feel great about them, sell the products, get people in the company, get them to the training classes, and duplicate yourself, and we'll manage the inventory, and we'll manage your check, and we even help manage your organizations and do part of the training classes for you, and we develop the products for you. This has got to be the most unbelievable business that there's ever been in business history. It's simply amazing. So I like it because people can put money in their pocket now. And I was in a little training class the other day, and John and Susan Peterson were there, who made $5 million in the company last year. And John used to be in the real estate business. I said, John, how long did it take you to make money in your real estate business? And he said, normally it took between 4 and 6 months just to finish a contract to sell a subdivided land that he was selling and so on. And I thought to myself, God, that's hard for me to comprehend, waiting for 6 months to try to make some money. You know what I'm saying? And then one of the great things about this is that any of you ever had someone that's brand new, that's so scared about selling Herbalife? You know, they're like, oh, I don't think I can do it. Right? And then they go to that first customer, and like their grandmother says, you know, they go to them, would you buy the products? And the grandmother says yes, and they go, I'm the greatest salesman in the world. You know, it's like they change overnight, you know what I'm saying? From that one little yes. Then they start getting 2 yeses, and they get 3 yeses, and 4 yeses, and pretty soon, you know, they're very excited about doing this, and the more excited they are, the more they talk, and the more they talk, the more excited they get, and the more money that they make, and it's just amazing. So that's one great thing I love about the retail thing. So we have to protect ourselves, our distributors, and the company, okay? The next reason I love retail, and it's not as big a problem right this moment, but it's gonna be. I'm just gonna warn you. We are the first ones that are entering the market with these types of products, okay? And it was similar to what I have happened in Japan, and I told these guys, because we were the only company in Japan at that time that were selling these type of products. There was never anything that came into the market like that. But within 4 years, there was 25, 30 other products like ours that were hitting the market, okay? And one of the reasons why you want to continue to retail, even if you're at the top at the president's team, you want to continue to retail not only to make money, but you want to retail, write this down, president's team members, to show your organization that you sell the products. Because if you don't sell the products, they won't sell the products. And if they don't sell the products, they're not going to get the money in their pocket quick, which is the first area thing that they need to do, okay? But the next thing is that when you're out there all the time, you stay current with what's happening in the marketplace. People ask you, why is this different than that is different? And if you're out there, you can not only learn what the people are thinking, you can learn what the objections are, which is important for you as a trainer to train your organization about what they're going to face when they go out there into the market. So that's another reason. The biggest reason why I like retail is this. Everybody in the room is going to have an incredible story, okay, an incredible story. But sometimes you get a person that has even a more amazing story than you do yourself. And when you have someone that's the first customer that you have, that you get that loses 25 kilos and all kinds of different problems go away, and they are healthier than they've ever been in their entire life, and they come to you and say, thank you so much for giving me this Herbalife product. That's the day that you're going to know that this business is a lot more than just making money. It's truly a thing where you are helping people out. And that's the day when you are going to say, I'm proud to wear my button. I'm proud to go out and talk about the products. I'm proud about being an Herbalife distributor. And that's the kind of faith, okay, that we want everybody to get. And you will get that at some point. If it happens here today, great. If it doesn't happen here, come to the next training class, and in the next training class, and the next one until it happens, because in that time, that's the kind of depth of courage that we need you to have in the pit of your stomach, so that when certain things come along that try to get you off track, you stay here on track with Herbalife, and there's no reason why you can't come from the back of the room. I'm talking everybody in the back of the room that's a brand new distributor, to working yourself up to the world team, to getting onto the get team, to working yourself up to the millionaire team, and yes, every single one of you getting up to the president's team. And I know that's probably hard for a lot of you to believe in the back of the room, but all these people that you see up here in the front, they were in the back of the room at one time too. See, I met all these guys when they were broke, you know what I mean? So I know their story. So I want to talk to you about follow-up, okay? We've talked a couple of things about selling the product. Follow-up is extremely important. Now, how many people in the room love follow-up? I don't like it either. Nobody likes follow-up, okay? Follow-up's kind of hard because, you know, you're there and, you know, when you sell the product, you make money instantly, and when you're following up, you're not making any money at that point. But follow-up, write this down, is where all the money is. Because, see, just getting them on the product is one step. Following up is the steps that will help them take the product correctly and get them to be customers forever. The reason I did not go to selling this kind of product in a supermarket, as opposed to doing it the way that we do it, is because if you bought the product from the supermarket and you came home and you used it and you didn't like the taste, no one's going to call you up from the supermarket and tell you how to make the shake differently. So I'll give you a couple of tips on when you're following up with your customers to not only get good results, but also to handle any of their little problems, okay? First I call up and I say, how you doing, Mary? And she goes, oh, awful. And here's the first thing that you do. Whenever they say, most of the time you're going to call up, you're going to say, how you doing, Mary? Did you take your shakes this morning? They say, oh, yeah, it's just great. They taste wonderful. It's unbelievable, okay? That's what's going to happen most of the time. But about 1 out of every 10, they're going to not pay attention to your instructions about milk, and they're going to get sidetracked. But your reaction is extremely important on how you react. So you call up and you say, how you doing, Mary? She goes, awful. Write this down. No problem. She goes, what do you mean, no problem? It's no problem. Okay? Let me ask you something. Now, there's these couple of questions that I ask, okay? And you never ask them like this. Did you drink the product in milk? They'll say, no. You got to go like this. Mary, what did you drink the product in? She goes, milk. And you go, aha, that's the problem. You see? And you go, listen, Mary, lots of people when they drink the product in milk, they have these reactions, and that's what's happening to you. And Sally, I just got onto the product a week ago. She had the exact same problem with drinking the milk. She had tremendous diarrhea on the product, and all she did was get on the product with juice. She started doing it twice a day and taking the tablets 3 times